Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Force Chapter 211. When we last left our heroes, Scop returned, having come from China to give a message to the Fire Force that the Cataclysm was coming, that this time the Evangelist had everything she needed to make the Cataclysm work this time, which is basically stuff we knew, but now Scop is a member of the team with his long and rambling stories. And then a pillar rose out of the depths off the shore. And that seems to be the first bell tolling the Cataclysm. So let's jump into Chapter 211. The cover page for some reason still says Chapter 210, an appearance. But last chapter tells us that it's Chapter 211, to the base of the pillar. And our cover here says, a message hides amidst the darkness in the lattice. And I'm not quite sure at all what that message is. I see some numbers, maybe. Some faces, I don't know. Anyway, let's jump right on in. We open, I think this is a bit before we left off last time, with a boat sailing on the water. On a placid sea, a strange phenomenon will appear to shake the world. And yeah, out rises the pillar. The boat seems to capsize, or it's at least like sideways now. Yes, the pillar rises. The boat does right itself, it's fine, but it's like literally inches from this guy's face. Whoa, what in hell is that? And then on the news, today a massive pillar emerged from the Pacific Ocean. An ongoing investigation into the pillar estimates the height at approximately 500 meters tall. So this is the same pillar as last time. It's not a second pillar, which is good to know. And the whole gang watches it on the TV. And Benny and Joker are in the background, and Benny turns to Joker. They're up to something nasty. And Joker replies, we'll have to move fast if we don't want the White Clouds to get their way. And Victor just looks on in shock. A single massive pillar. And Hibana replies, there wasn't just one at the convent. This isn't over. And Victor looks at her. I'm guessing we'll be seeing 7 more of these things. And once all the pillars appear, and a nervous smile crosses Victor's face. Huh. Looks like the Cataclysm's finally started. Just then, there's another news outbreak. We have breaking news. We've just received word from our crew on location. At the base of the pillar, a titanic Infernal has appeared. And we see an Infernal so large that it's... I don't quite have a sense of scale for how big it is, but it's, it's fucking huge. It's fucking huge. Get out of here! It's coming this way! That thing is an Infernal? What is that? And it's this kind of like... I don't know if that's like samurai-looking armor, but that's kind of the vibe I get from it. We see what looks like really large teeth in its mouth. And Obi looks at it. Are you serious? If that thing makes landfall, the damage is going to be terrible. Captain Obi, this is Shinra. My feet can get me to the pillar before that thing lands. I'm the only one who can deal with a battle on the open sea. Please, let me go. And Shinra and Scop with him blast off to go fight the Infernal. Make them stop, Shinra. Like I said before, they can't attack that pillar. The damage to Tokyo would be a disaster. That's not what Scop said, I thought. But that's also important to note, that destroying the pillar will somehow damage Tokyo. And Obi watches him leave. I'm counting on you, Shinra. And Hinoa walks up to him. Probably better that we stay put while we're preparing. And then we cut back to the pillar, where the 2nd Brigade is getting ready to launch a fight. All forces, to your stations. Establish ground-to-sea intercept formation. And yeah, there's Honda leading the charge. It'll take too long to intercept it. We'll shell it from here. Sorry I'm late. Oh, is this? Honda says, nothing to worry about. I know you're still figuring out that leg. Support artillery, in position. It's Juggernaut with a cannon arm! My son is back! I love this boy! Support artillery, in position. He also has some kind of like prosthetic leg going on. And someone arrives. Quite the gruff bunch they've assembled. If the 2nd is here, not much reason for me to be here. Is this Kurono? It is Kurono! A huge, tough-looking monster like that is like something out of a kaiju movie. It's not my kind of playmate. I was also with some guy that I don't think we've seen before. What do you mean? You're a corporate warrior, right? Is your job. And Kurono just doesn't even look at him and says, I know all about you, Director Oguro. You use moronic arguments to push your subordinates around. Moronic? Ordering to defend your country is moronic. Taking someone who likes bullying the weak and telling them to make war on the strong is entirely moronic. I'll do it. As Kurono is still going to fight anyway. If that thing makes landfall, it'll get done in by the stupid weaklings I love so much. And Oguro just smiles. I'm counting on you. I don't have any powers myself. I'm only here because you won't obey anyone but me or the president. Kurono turns away and says, someday I'm going to be a success, and I won't be listening to you either. Hey, that's the spirit, buddy. Of course, by that time, I'll be an exec. I didn't think being a success was anywhere in Kurono's life goals. I thought it was just beating up weak people. But anyway, we see the Infernal. In its huge size, I think my samurai claim is very off. Looking at it from the side now, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. But we do get a better sense of its scope now, and yeah, it's fucking huge. It's huge. It's too huge. This is the 2nd Brigade guys on the shore. Is that really an Infernal? The reports didn't say it was gigantic. And a 2nd Brigade member says to Honda, it's not even gonna notice small firearms. Urgh. How are the preparations? He calls up to Juggernaut. Flawless. You've toughened up. I can't wait for someone else to do things... sorry, let me try that again. I can't wait for someone else to do things for me. If I don't fight on my own, I'll lose something important. Something important. Target sighted, and he aims his cannon at the Infernal. Cannon fire shock anchor, set! And out of his prosthetic leg, these 2 little, bolts come in to, anchor him down to the ground. Fire! And he sets out this gigantic explosion, and Shinra gets in the way. Stop! Shinra, blocks the Infernal from the blast. And it kind of completely consumes Shinra. Shinra-kun? And Shinra goes flying because he just got hit by a shit ton of fire. And he falls to the sea. The hero is shot down. Is there a reason they can't attack the pillar? What will the Fire Force do in the face of this massive silhouette? To be continued, chapter 212, Cooperation. Okay. So we didn't get a lot of answers here. Because, yeah, Scop just kind of threw out they can't attack the pillar, and we don't know why. So maybe he told them off screen, and it's still meant to be a mystery to us. I think that's probably what happened. But yeah, this is just kind of setting up the next big action of fighting this giant Infernal and not hitting the pillar, which we don't know why yet, but I figure we'll find that one out soon. The chapter's 2 big moments are its reintroductions. Less so of Kurono, who is far from my favorite character, but is still kind of interesting. The big news is my son, Juggernaut, is back. I love him so much. And he kind of maybe kills Shinra. Possibly? Probably not. He's Shinra. He's the main character. He'll be fine. But he does shoot Shinra out of the sky. So I imagine he'll get back up next chapter, and he'll explain things to Juggernaut, and that'll be the cooperation of next chapter's title, but we just kind of don't know yet. So yeah, this is very much just a setup chapter, as we get into, I guess, the prologue of the Second Great Cataclysm of this giant Infernal. And yeah, its big thing is reintroducing some characters and setting up this gigantic Infernal fight. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!